One area where this Ravens offense could really have an advantage, the play-action passing game. Baltimore used play action at the 7th highest rate in the NFL this season. We've been talking about it all year on this show. Lamar Jackson, absolutely excellent when doing so, ranking 2nd in the league in QPR. He looks to take advantage of that. Texans defense actually allowed the 2nd highest QBR against play action this season. So, Mina, how is that going to play out in this chess match between Todd Monken and DeMeco Ryans?
Well, you know what's interesting, Hannah? Last week, Dan and I talked about the Browns against the Texans, how much better the Browns were at play action, how bad the Texans defense was. But in that game, Dan, DeMeco Ryans made some really smart adjustments, especially as the game went on, started playing more split safety, using disguise, playing the pass more aggressively than the run, and they were able to shut that down. Unfortunately, you can't do that against Baltimore because if you give them those late boxes the way they did against Cleveland, they will punish you on the ground. And because of that, I suspect this Texans defense will not aggressively play the pass in this one. And I think Baltimore should punish them early on with the play action, targeting them downfield, regardless of what they see, because it is something that they've been very good at all season. It is a strength of theirs, and I would lean into it without fear because I think they have an advantage with their pass catchers against the Texans safeties.
I totally agree. I think they should be aggressive with the football down the field in any type of pass game. I think when they play that split safety, and Houston's very good at it. I don't want to make any mistake about it. They're very good, but there are ways where you think we could take advantage of it. One, you got to be aggressive with the shot versus what we call their Palms defense. Palms is quarters defense, okay? Quarter of the field in zone. But it can be cover two where that corner sits if their slot receiver does something. Now, that slot receiver, if he goes vertical, because those guys have vision on him, if he goes vertical, it stays cover four. If he goes to the out or towards that corner right now, that corner becomes a flat cover guy. Safety gets over the top. If you watch this clip for Zindy and you see this, you got to throw that ball outside. You got to take your shot down the field. If I was Baltimore, I would have a play that looks just like that early on, and I would tell Lamar, we're throwing the go ball to Zay Flowers. I think the second thing is, when Houston's going to play man coverage, and it's not something they love to do, you got to switch release them, and you have to get crossers running away. Get those linebackers to have to cover backs and the corners to run from offsets or trailing from behind. Third thing, when they play their single high zone, it's a very good defense. You have to attack their seams. I think they're a very well-coached defense, but you can get in that seam if you pump fake or use your eyes if you're Lamar Jackson and hit an Isaiah Likely or even an Odell, who have become these really smart, great feel pass catchers for Baltimore's offense. This is not going to be easy, but there are opportunities for Lamar Jackson. And this is the thing. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, couldn't have been done for Baltimore. They didn't have the scheme or the people, Mina. I think now they can come out aggressive in this football game down the field.